Hi, my name's Chris. This is the Chamael Corp, and today we're going to be looking at the Hero Within branded field jacket from Star Trek Picard Season 3. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Ever since Picard Season 3 aired, everyone has been obsessed with the field jacket. Now, currently there are only two authorized makers of the field jacket. One is Volanti, which makes, usable motorcycle jackets, and obviously you pay for those several $100s, right? The second one is Hero Within, which makes a vegan leather or, a fake leather version of the field jacket, which I was able to pre-order for $99. Now, let's check it out. So as you can see, it does match the style that we've seen on TV. And we'll just take a second as I'm getting this done to look at the jacket. Now you can see there are a few things that are not the same. For example, the shoulder panels, the colored shoulder panels, do have the little vents or the little holes in the actual screen used prop. Here Within said that with the $100 price point, they were somewhat limited with what they could do, but also what they discovered was if you put small holes or perforations in this vegan leather, especially over the shoulders, right, where it would be exposed to moisture if it rained or snow or things like that, that moisture actually seeps into those holes, which are not, that moisture would actually seep and just ruin that. So that was the reason they opted not to do that. So I did also want to point out that even the back is, very well designed. And on the inside, you do have the Star Trek Picard logo. Again, this is licensed, the whole shebang. It's worth noting there are some other third-party companies, New American Jackets, etc., that are putting out versions of this. Cosmart has one as well. Cosmart, of course, is the uniform maker I get most of my uniforms from. But I decided to go with the Hero Within because I wanted something that was functional not just as a costume piece, but also as a jacket. So in the fall or the winter, I can wear this out and it's going to help keep me warm, right? So one of the major things that caused me some stress was the sizing aspect. I'm about 6 foot tall. I'm right around 190 pounds, and usually I'm in a medium, like this shirt is a medium. But as I was looking on their sizing chart, I was right in between the medium and the large. I ended up actually ordering the medium and then emailing them and changing to a large. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on because I think I made the right choice, and I'm just curious to see what you think. So we're going to get rid of the mic here for a second. Okay, so what I like about this is the fact that I appear to have basically a full range of motion, I can lift my arms, I can extend my arms. I don't feel like I'm tight or constricted. This fits like I would expect a jacket to fit. And if I turn around, you can see that I think the props are a bit more fitted, what you see on the show, but they are built really to look good first and functionality is secondary. And I've noticed that with Coaster Mart too, where I've ordered some smaller uniforms and they look good when they're on, but they're uncomfortable, they're tight, they limit the range of movement. So I think I chose well with a large. But what I'd like to do now is I'd actually like to jump over to Chad, who is one of our Patreon supporters. He went with a different size, so he's going to tell you more about his height and weight, his sizing, and how that worked out for him. So Chad, we're going to go over to you.
Chris, what's up, buddy? Hey, my review on this jacket is that it's a phenomenal jacket. And for $99, it's really hard to beat. This is probably the most favorite cosplay item I've ever owned. And I've only owned a few, but I'll tell you what. For bang for the buck, this one is phenomenal with the venting that they have on here and what they've done with it in the right spots. And yes, they didn't do it on the shoulders, but I totally understand why they wouldn't do that. If you live in Seattle like I do, we get a lot of rain. Gosh, it's end of August and we're already getting rain. So for this jacket to even be worn outside, I don't want to have this thing leaking water all over my shoulders, so it totally makes sense. Storage-wise in this thing, it's got plenty of room for storage, which I think you've talked about too, but you got room for phasers, communicators, more phasers if you wanted to. It holds everything really well. They're nice deep pockets. Fit on this thing is amazing. I am 5'10" roughly, and I weigh about 170, and this jacket fits me exactly how it needs to. So if you're within those measurements, have no fear, this jacket is here for you.
Thanks, Chad. While he was talking to you, I went ahead and threw one of the Star Trek Picard comm badges that I printed out on the jacket. It's magnetic, and what I will say, if you're buying a magnetic badge for this jacket, you're going to probably want to go with a stronger magnet. While it works, it's not as strong as it would be because it has to pass through the entire width of the coat. So you're going to want something that does come with a stronger magnet so that it doesn't let go. Also, the same with the rank pips that would go right here. Standard magnetic pips are probably not going to be strong enough. I've actually been working on a design that does two things. It provides a little bit more magnet power on the clasp in the back, and two, it has a ring that, so I 3D print my pips, right? And so this has an unpainted ring that sits at the base of the pip, flush with the magnet, and what that does is it prevents that silver or chrome paint from actually coming in contact with the vegan leather. I did have somebody reach out to me and say with a different set of pips, he did have some paint transfer onto the jacket, so this was my solution. There will probably be a video or a YouTube short on that coming soon, but basically, unless you want to spend several $100s, this is probably going to be your best bet. Coaster Mart's jacket also runs probably about $100 by the time you pay shipping. I've noticed that the division colors are much brighter on the Coaster Mart. I feel like these have stayed pretty dark and pretty true to the show. So I think for your price point, this is a great buy. It does have two inside pockets. It has functional pockets on the side. It has snap sleeves. The zipper is a zipper, right? So this is my vote. Granted, I have not personally seen the other options. I'm happy I went with this. If you have a chance to jump on one, I do recommend it. As always, if you are enjoying my content and you are interested in supporting, there are a couple of things you can do. The first is you can share this video. Liking, commenting helps me as far as the YouTube algorithm to reach more people, so that would be appreciated. Send it to any friends or acquaintances if they're in the market for a jacket. And lastly, if you find yourself with a little extra cash in your pocket at the end of the month and you decide you would like to support the Patreon page, that link is in the description. You can check out the tiers, you can check out the benefits and the perks of each tier. And those range from, things like early access to videos, behind the scenes footage, access to our Discord channel, as well as some tangible goods like anything from like a sticker to a quarterly 3D print that you yourself can finish. So I feel like there are a lot of options if you decide to go that route. As always, I appreciate your view. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a great week, and in the meantime, keep creating.